Hello nation, and welcome back to the homestead. Ooh, a little wet.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to be a problem? What do you think?
This is my spot.
Huh?
Well, I was getting ready to wash up my old Kioti Tractor here because she's going in for her 50-hour service on Monday, and I figured what's not a better time than to do a little quick 50-hour review for you guys on my Kioti 60 horsepower tractor. Now, let me say this right off the bat. I absolutely love this tractor. I am so glad that we were able to meet up with Jay and all the people over there at Steck, because if I would have bought any other tractor, it would have been a 45 horsepower tractor, and it wouldn't have been able to do the things that I've been doing with this tractor. Now, what all have we been doing? Well, I've been pulling up trees, digging up stumps, I've bush hogged, I've leveled some areas, I've toted things, big heavy rocks in the stumps, and was able to start piling stuff up to make fires, and we used it to help in the garden, all kinds of things. And so we've done different things with the tractor, and she has performed outstanding the entire time. I mean, look at her. Look how dirty she is. She needs a bath. But that's because we've been working her. The thing that I think that I'm most impressed with this tractor is the fuel efficiency. You know, because I mean, at the end of the day, I've never really driven another 60 horsepower type tractor, so I'm just going to be a fool and just assume that they're all on the same playing field, which after riding around and doing our other tractor reviews, I really know that that's not true. But I don't have any other experience with any other 60 horsepower tractor to be able to properly compare the power wise. But the fuel efficiency with this tractor to me is amazing. We've got a little over 50 hours on it, and we've put in I'm on my second tank of gas. So I completely got done the very first tank of gas, and I filled it up again, and I'm at like a half a tank to 3/4 of a tank of gas. So the fuel efficiency in this thing is amazing to me. The strength, the power is, as far as I'm concerned, is more than what I need here on the homestead. We've had absolutely no issues digging up some stumps, and we've dug up some pretty nice sized stumps. Now, we are kind of in a little bit of debacle with one of the biggest stumps that I think is on my property for us to dig up, and that's the one by the gate coming into this place. But I've dug all the way around it except for like an 8-inch section, and I'm running into issues just being able to get a hold of something because I have some very big roots at the top, and then of course I got all that crush and run that's been packed in over the years up there with it. So it's providing a little bit of a challenge, but that may be more operator than machine. Now, I have used every feature on this tractor within the 50 hours. I've used the bucket, I've used the backhoe, I've used the bush hog. Well, that's not necessarily true now, is it? The only real feature that I haven't used, and don't tell Robin, is the seat belt. Now, I've also been all around my homestead on this tractor, and we've had a tremendous amount of rain. And the other thing that really impresses me about this tractor is I really don't have to put it in 4-wheel drive that much. She handles my hills, the mud and the muck, with relative ease just in my standard 2-wheel drive. Now I have put it in 4-wheel drive because there's been some spots where I've been really muddy, and then when I was pulling trees on the back side of the pond because of the slope, I put it in 4-wheel drive, and I think that was just more for my comfort than I really needed it. But I have put it in 4-wheel drive, and she has performed amazingly with that. Now, one of the things that I'm glad that I did get on this tractor was the backhoe. This backhoe has impressed me with the ability of some of the roots that we've been able to get under and pop, the strength of it, the durability of it. Now, there's only one thing on the backhoe, and probably if I had to find a negative for the whole kit and caboodle, it boils down to this one thing. And again, I'm about 1,000% sure that it's more operator than it is the equipment. Okay, so the only real negative, I guess, to say about the Kioti my Kioti 60 horsepower tractor, and again, I believe it's more me than it is the tractor, is this bolt right here. I keep breaking this bolt. This is if you include the one with the factory, this is the 3rd bolt I've put in here. And again, I believe it's more from me, because as I get used to being able to move this side to side when I'm around a stump or something, that's the part that usually ends up hitting the stump, and I think that's what's breaking the bolt. Not from this, because this other bolt back here, she's doing fine, and these bolts down here are doing fine. So I honestly believe that this is me when I'm hitting stuff with it, and I think that's what's breaking the bolt. Okay, so some of the things that so far in the 50 hours that I've learned about the tractor that I may want to upgrade later is the very first thing is right here is this lever. Now this lever is spring activated, meaning it won't stay in position of all the way forward and all the way back. Well, this particular lever controls the flow of the hydraulic fluid to the back for the backhoe. So I basically, what Jay told me what to do is he gave me a chunk of 2x4 to slide down in there to keep it open. That's one of those things that Kioti doesn't invest is not right. They don't put it in their standard because not a lot of people get things that need the extra plugins for the hydraulic fluid in the back. So they just keep the spring action loaded one. It's like a $600 or $700 upgrade for the one that locks it in and keeps it open, keeps it closed. I may do that, I may not, I don't know. The chunk of 2x4 is working great right now, so there's that. The other thing that I'm probably going to do, and we'll find out more this summer, is I'm probably going to put a canopy on this to keep the sun out from when I'm out bush hogging. I may even do the cooler option one where it has the fan stuff in the middle. And then of course the typical upgrades that you end up getting later on down the road, which is the 3rd function for the grappler and just different amendments. Well, as you can see, I am more than pleased with my Kioti tractor so far, with only having like 53 hours, or 53, 54 hours on it. Make sure you tune in next week where we're going to bring you guys along on the 50-hour service that's being performed on this tractor. We're going to show you guys everything that they're going to do to the tractor, what they're changing out, what they're filling up, whatever it is that they do for a 50-hour service. We're going to bring you guys along to let you guys see what they do. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead. God bless, and have a nice day.